because you're clearly in some kind of attic, and the only thing in here is the table that has an old lantern on it.
Grab the lantern and try to light it.
It has a little bit of oil left in it, so you managed to get a flame going and get a light in there.
Alright, cool.
Are these windows on the sides?
The one by Trisville is... The thing by Trisville is a window. What about your shield?
I'll use the light cantrip on it.
Okay. Are you going up into the attic with them, then?
Yeah.
Here, let me move.
I'm gonna try the door next across from me, since I apparently didn't find anything interesting in the room full of books.
Okay, hold
I'm
on.
going to walk.
Let me go with the attic for a second, then I'll get back to you and your search of the home.
I'm going to look at him turning on this lamp, this puny lamp, and then I'm going to look at my brother turning like his shield light, and I'm going to be like, you guys, and then I'm going to snap my fingers, and there's going to be a bunch of orbs of light that just pop into existence. I'm like, hello?
Everybody has light. So, yeah, there is a window over here.
I jump out, no.
There's a window here and a door by where Lux is standing.
Too much light. His response is he jumps out the nearest window.
I'll open that door.
Okay. You open it, and it enters out into a very large, very not well lit room.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
There's
an absolutely astounding amount of stuff up here. There are old forgotten things draped in white sheets, and piled around them are just barrels, crates, trunks, old bits of furniture. There is actually a very clear-cut path through the maze of stuff that you can see, like, the dust has a path cut through it.
Question time.
Yeah.
Has it been 10 minutes since the last time I used my hands?
I would say probably. It took a while to investigate the library, and people seem to be methodically moving through, trying to find what made the noise, so...
Okay.
It's been a bit.
Does stuff in this attic look like it's recently been disturbed? Does anything look like off balance, or like stuff was moved up here?
It doesn't, but you do see, like, through the dust and the wear and tear, there is an obvious footpath that comes through here.
Okay. I'll take the lead. Actually, no, I won't. I forgot I was on 7 health. Maybe somebody else should take the lead.
I figured out under. I'll go.
Okay. So you start winding your way through, and eventually you do find a door that, it has, basically, someone's carved a large skull into the door, and then nailed a wooden sign on it that reads, "All is not well."
Apparently.
Yeah, we got that.
I open the door. No, wait, I knock first.
Okay. You knock on the door, and there's a sudden bang, and you're thrown back into the stuff as your hand connects to the door. You take 19 damage as a glyph in the center of the skull flashes suddenly, and you're thrown backwards.
Why do this?
Oh, no D&D try?
Oh no, I'm doing it right now. I forgot I was even in here.
I shout for the door. That wasn't nice!
I forgot I was even in the Discord.
Yeah, I know.
I think she's yelling at the door.
Yeah, I mean, you don't hear anything back. You hear maybe some, like, scratching on the wall at one point, but nothing beyond that.
How did you lose?
19.
Boy.
So yeah, you basically pick yourself up out of the crates and the dust. You like brush yourself off. The door is slightly ajar now for a little point.
I'm going to take my sword, and I'm slowly going to poke it open.
Aren't you telekinetic?
I forgot about that. I'll telepathically open it.
The door swings open, and inside you find it's like some kind of workshop in here, where there are desks covered in like scattered papers. They have like arcade symbols on them. This desk is right, paint tool. This desk is covered in bones, and around the room, and the source of the scratchy noise, you see these cats here, but they're skeletons. They're skeletal cats.
I swear, it's like we're at Campbell's house all over again.
Actual skeletons. And then in the corner there are like 3 dolls dressed in like children's clothing.
I swear we're at Campbell's house. One room is completely trash, mess. Next room is completely nice, very tidy, and full of dead pets.
Oh, and I forgot, this rug here has been moved aside, and underneath it you can see like a circle of runes that appears to be slightly smoking.
Ah. Okay.
Are all the cats dead?
They're not.
He didn't say that. He said skeletal.
Yeah, they're moving around the room. They're acting like regular cats. They are just skeletons.
Oh, that's what I was asking. I was asking if they were like dead cats or if they were moving skeleton cats.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, moving skeleton cats.
I'm just gonna poke my head in and go like, here, kitty.
One of them will walk up and like rub against your leg. It feels really weird.
I love this. This cat's mine now. I call dibs.
I'm gonna look at Lux. Did you know your sister was a crazy cat person? Or is this new?
No.
I used to take alley cats all the time. Just follow around to like let me pet them.
Well, if the cats don't have a problem with us searching the room,
they do not try to stop him.
That's good.
So,
Lux, I feel at the moment you are what passes for our local expert on magic. Any idea what the circle might have been doing?
So yeah, if you want to know, you can give me a knowledge arcana.
Sure.
I like how these are experts in that one. And this is like stat is negative 1.
So you're not exactly sure. It's basically you get an answer, but it takes you quite a while. So I'm gonna jump down to the guys running through the downstairs real quick.
Wait.
My immediate guess is that something exploded.
Oh, okay, yeah. The two of you together can put together that based on like the diagrams on the papers on the tables and all the other stuff in the arcade rooms around. Whoever was up here has been trying to figure out how to make a teleportation circle. The problem being, they don't know exactly what they're doing, so it's not the most stable thing in the universe.
Well, you're not here. I assume it works. Sorta.
What?
Can I go over this chest and open it?
Carefully.
At least it would have teleported into the afterlife.
I'm going to
I
suggest
got a
as I see you, as I see you taking a skeleton tap towards a treasure chest in a room that we've already seen to be trapped. I'm going to suggest carefully.
I thought that was separate.
You tap it, nothing really happens. You're starting to get the impression that the trap was just the thing on the door. He didn't think anyone would get this far, basically. So you open the door. You open up the chest, and inside you see several bolts of silk, needles, thread, a half-made wizard's robe. You also find a bit of a diary.
Alright, let's do it. Black veil material I can find here.
Okay. So you find the diary of Victor Volokovich. Basically, it goes in details where he's talking about, like, how he found a spell book in his father's library, so he started trying to find, work out spells and learn magic based on the thing. Some of his experiments, like, he would find alley cats that had died outside, bring them back, and try and raise them to learn how to use some of the spells.
God damn it, I love these cats even more now.
Some of the, you learn that the teleportation circle, that's the word I'm looking for, he put together by trial and error, essentially, where he had several attempts leading up to the current one, and each one failed catastrophically. He had tested the circle on 2 very reluctant family servants that he had brought up here with the suggestion spell, and in both cases, they exploded. Like, they were reduced to just bits.
What exploded this time?
You're not entirely sure. The diary does say before he tried to use it again or test it, he was going to make modifications. You don't know what the current iteration of this circle would do. Actually, no, the 19 knowledge arcana, you know that this looks correct. It might have brought in somewhere else.
Are you saying he was up here and teleported away?
That's what it looks like, based on, like, the smoking ruins.
Do we know who this person was, is, or why they were in the attic of the Burgermeister's house?
It's the diary of Victor Volokovich.
You can piece together that this is the Burgermaster's son.
Okay.
Oh, he also does have a bit in there where he talks about Lady Fiona's daughter, the one that went crazy.
Oh, what did she say that?
Basically, she started visiting him, and they got along fairly well, and she seemed kind of interested in magic. Though when she was visiting, she stepped into the teleportation circle when he told her not to. And she happened to step into it with one of the cats.
Oh my god, I knew it!
And afterwards, she seemed to be under the impression that she is a cat.
I love these cats even more now! Wait. Is there one cat that looks particularly pissed off and, like, it might be upset that it's a cat?
It's skeletons.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell skeletal cats. They all seem to be acting about the same.
It'd be so funny if they had, like, their mind switched.
Alright, so, yeah, I guess I'll go down to the guys downstairs, because you're reading the book, you're exploring upstairs. You guys, Durzo, you wanted to explore the door across from where you were, right?
Yeah.
It opens up into a sort of large-ish bedroom that has shelves lining every wall. And on all of the shelves are identical dolls of Irene.
Oh wow, this seems oddly familiar. Considering we just killed this man, how many of them do you think I can stuff in my bag to sell later?
Yeah, if you wanted to, if you wanted to just take as many as you can, I'd say you could probably get like 5 or 6. They're a child's porcelain doll. They're pretty big. They also have the tag "Is no fun, is no Blinsky," or yep.
I'm
Also,
Oh, sorry.
under the bed, there are several wine bottles from the Wizard of Wines.
Watch, like 50 years from now, these dolls are going to be collector items.
All right, which one are you?
It's
Going?
one that's going right.
Okay, you go to that. It is a small bedroom. There's really nothing out of the ordinary. The bed looks used. It seems like this is where they had locked Irina.
So, just nothing interesting in here?
Not particularly. I mean, you find a bookshelf, it's got a few books like, oh, here's some fables for children, and books on mythology and other things.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to this side store.
Okay. So, you open the door, and there is, the thing that immediately strikes your attention is there is a man chained to the wall here. Basically, he's wearing nothing but a loincloth, he's badly beaten, and there's blood dripping down his arms because the iron shackles have kind of cut into his wrists.
Can I tend to his wounds?
Sure.
Medicine check?
Yeah, go for it.
You're not even gonna talk to him and ask him who he is.
I wanna get him, make sure he's not bleeding too bad so he can probably talk well.
Okay, yeah, you managed to patch him up a bit, but, you know, he's still chained to the wall there.
Who are
It looks like good here. Thank you. My name is Ugo. Ugo Lukovic. I'm a local shoemaker.
Who's good here?
During the little said jamboree, I might have been carrying a sign that said we should feed the Baron to the wolves.
Okay.
Could you get me down from here? The Baron probably has a key or something.
Can I go back to the Burgermeister's body and see if he has a key?
Sure.
You're gonna walk past me, who has busted every lock so far, to go ask the Burgermeister, who's unconscious in the hallway, if he has a key.
Basically,
I am kind of insulted.
at this point, Irina, Ismark, and Esmeralda have tied up the Burgomaster, so he's kind of like hogtied on the floor with a piece of cloth in his mouth.
I have a 100% track record for busting locks, but you're gonna walk right past me for a key. You know?
He does have a ring of keys in his pocket.
I'm gonna grab the keys, and I'm gonna stay at Derval, just in case you break your lock.
You already got the keys. You apparently don't need me. As I'm
So
playing
I'm gonna
with,
try and break them open.
I'm gonna sit there and keep playing with one of the porcelain dolls.
It takes you like no time at all. You pop the lock off, get him free. He's just like, "Thank you, friend. I'll remember this kindness. I'm going to go home and sleep this off like a bad hangover."
Stay safe. Don't call
It is
for
really not
trouble.
talk about this. It's just like whatever, dude.
And
Is there a door over here?
he is going to run down the stairs. There is doors over there. So he's leaving. So I'll remove him. So you're messing with this one. It's a bathroom. It's got a tub and some other stuff in there.
It's kind of a depressing looking bathroom.
Yeah, there's really not much in here. Some neatly folded towels, and that's not it.
And I'm gonna peek into the room next to it.
Okay, this room. This room smells like powder and perfume. There's a vanity with a mirror against one wall, next to a faceless mannequin wearing a white bridal gown. And then mounted on the other wall is a full-length mirror with a gilded frame. And then another little door up there.
Ooh, fancy. A gilded frame.
Yeah.
Can I appraise it? See if it's worth anything? If it isn't nailed down, I'm going to attempt to steal it.
I mean, it's gigantic.
How big is gigantic? You just said it was body size. A full length. It shouldn't be that big.
It is. Yeah. It's a full length mirror. It's the size of a person.
I'll walk out with it under my arms.
Okay, you grab the mirror and you start walking with it.
I'm gonna head upstairs towards where everybody else went.
You have to climb a ladder. Meanwhile, people
I will
upstairs.
wait.
Yeah, you've about finished reading the diary. You currently know everything that Victor's been up to. You know that he's probably disappeared through the summoning circle, the teleportation circle.
Question.
Yeah.
From reading this diary, what kind of person is this Victor? Does he agree with what his father's doing?
Victor, everything you read about him basically would tell you that no, he is very anti his dad. The whole reason he's building the teleportation circle is because he wants to just get out of here. He thinks he's a prisoner of his own home and he's trying to escape.
Question. His father, the guy who used to run the town, wouldn't he know how to run it now?
You would imagine.
Is there any way I can tell where this circle would have gone, or I'll get activate it?
Unfortunately, you've got no idea, particularly because, like, traveling in Barovia is fucky at the best of times.
Kind of wish he'd stuck around. I'd like to talk to him.
So, about the time you're done searching, and about the time that Durzano's trying to make his way up the trapdoor with a mirror, you start hearing shouting from outside.
Okay, before that, I'd like to stuff 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cats into my bag.
I mean, they're not gonna fit super well. They're gonna, they're
Why are
gonna
we
be cats.
putting them in why are we putting cats in a bag?
I want to keep them.
Okay, well, that's fine, but do you normally pretend they're not skeleton cats? Would you be shoving them into a bag to carry them out? Like, that's incredibly fucked up.
Be more specific. I'm putting 2 in my bag, and then I'm putting 2 in my brother's bag, and I'm going to you, and I'm putting 2 in your bag.
Yeah, absolutely not. I looked
Also,
down at...
keep in mind, they are technically, living is the strong word, but
That's
technically...
so reasonable, so I don't have to feed them!
I will quietly release mine.
What?
I will quietly release mine.
What are you saying?
I will quietly release mine.
So,
I'll do that and pick them up.
you suddenly find, a big distraction, because, again, you hear, shouting and, screaming, and the sounds of an angry crowd quickly approaching.
I jump out the window.
Everyone jumps out all the windows.
No, I have a pretty good idea what this is about. I'm just gonna go
In
downstairs.
the hope to confuse and frighten them with our suicidal tendencies.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
We jump out 6 different windows at once.
I'm gonna go downstairs just flee the cat.
I'm just going to attempt to let the cats ride on me rather than put them in a bag.
So,
He has 2 cats with him, but I have 4 cats with me.
I have to fix some stuff. At this point, I'm just going to reveal the whole map because, the whole bottom of the building because it's whatever at this point. So you land on the side of the building.
See this mob?
Yes, if you look out the window, there is a large mob of townsfolk with, like, stereotypical angry mob. Pitchforks, torches, some of the town guard is with them, and they are being led by Lady Fiona. And the man you met earlier who introduced you to her, Vasily.
I think the moment of decision as far as our political future here is at hand.
If I can hear a mob, can I appraise this mirror real quickly? I want to see if it's worth anything. If not, I'm going to just chuck it.
Go for it.
What do you want, an investigate check?
Sure.
Sure. I love the confidence. Hey, that one's actually pretty good.
It's a really nice mirror. People probably pay a decent amount for something like this. Like, gilded means like there's gold on this thing, and it's nice.
Alright, so I definitely have to take this with me then.
So given that our normal diplomat is not present, I will start walking forward with a skeletal cat on each shoulder, apparently.
I mean, they fucking often do cat stuff, honestly.
With my violin bow in hand.
Okay, so yeah, you guys can make your way all the way down to the ground floor pretty easily.
I'd like to grab. Which one of these guys are the mayor? Or whatever.
Right
here?
No. The mayor's right here, the burgomaster. These three they basically hogtied him. And then there's a corpse here of a really big, intimidating guy with a demon hand.
Alright, I'm just gonna grab this guy. Yeah, maybe grab his head. And, just walk downstairs, dragging this guy.
Okay, so you
don't drag him, you'll kill him.
You start pulling the mayor with you.
Ask them while they're still outside what they're doing.
Yeah, they're outside, right?
Yeah, they're basically gathering up. Here, I will remove the dead guards.
You know, I won't even go outside. I will open a window and slightly hang him outside.
Okay, so you're just poking the mayor out the window.
I'll be like, yo!
The crowd sees the mayor being, like, held out the window. They start cheering, and they're like, drop him!
Don't drop him.
I'll pull, I'll, like, lean him out of, like, the windowsill and, like, balance him there. And then
Okay. So, yeah, basically Fiona comes up leading these people, and she's like, let me find her token. Yeah, I'm not gonna use it. She's off the map. She kind of shouts from the gate, and she's like, good job. I see you've accomplished the goal a little faster than we agreed on."
So where are they right now?
These people who are following her. Who are these people who are following her? Like, are they like normal townsfolk?
They are normal townsfolk and a couple of the guards.
So are these guys like at the front of the house?
Yes, they're out by the gate. So
Okay, so I'm still behind this bush.
Yes.
I'm not leaving this bush yet. I don't do well with angry mobs.
So yeah, Fiona's like, good, I see you've accomplished the goal we set. Much appreciated. Now perhaps you would turn over the burgomaster to me.
Seems reasonable. Layla, can you bring him downstairs carefully?
I mean, I could. But I could also just let him drop. I'll bring him downstairs.
Okay. So
I'm not careful with his head.
Baron Vargas bounces his head off all the stairs on the way down. So I'll bring you down here. Ismark and Irina will follow behind and stay nearby.
Wouldn't it be better not to give him to her, considering she kind of works for the devil?
If you're saying that in a way Layla can hear it, or rather in a way Tristan can hear
I was
it,
saying it under my in a whisper to you.
I will whisper back to you. I think we're out of time, and this. Given that we just killed all his men, I don't think the political situation is such that we can make an ally of the Burgomaster anymore. It seems best to make an ally of the competent, stable leadership that we've already thrown a lot in with, at least for now.
Capable leadership? Well,
Sorry, Alexis, you as a player missed this. The Burgermeister decided that he was going to deal with the fact that Strahd wants to capture Irina by building a giant straw sun, and his plan was to put Irina inside of it and light it on fire.
I did that. I have no problem with killing this guy. No. I'm saying
He should not be in charge.
No, I'm saying that he shouldn't be in charge, but I don't think she should be in charge either. Maybe we should just tell the townspeople what we know, and maybe the townspeople can come up with someone who isn't one of these two idiots to lead them.
She, meanwhile, is just kind of standing near the gate, smiling, just like, "Are you all right in there?"
Just a moment. We're having a little bit of trouble safely transporting our prisoners here.
Oh.
Also, there are some cats about, and we're trying to tend to them.
Meanwhile, basically, all these people in here have, they start coming out the door, dragging the Burgomaster's wife with them.
Who are these people?
One of them will turn to you and be like, "We were dinner guests of Lady Lydia. Not like we wanted to be here. If you turned down an invitation, well, you've seen the town square."
Yes, that kind of guest. Excellent. People of Vallaki, I say, throwing open the door. The Burgermeister has been deposed, and his guard captain has fallen.
Loud cheer from the crowd.
We look forward to a new era in Vallaki, keeping its independence and proud tradition while disposing of some of the less savory aspects of recent leadership.
Oh, that's like a real rich person.
Very confused cheer at that. Just, yeah!
As such, Layla, I will nudge to Layla, indicating her to present the hog-tie Burgermeister.
Just out on the dirt. More wild cheering. Just, yeah!
Unfortunately, due to a recent mishap involving certain prisoners, your town no longer has a functioning set of stocks. So it will be left to you to determine an appropriate punishment for this man's crimes.
Okay. So a crowd of peasants comes forward, and they all grab him, and the other people bring his wife outside. And basically, as you're saying, determine an appropriate punishment, they just start going, "To the gallows!" And they start dragging them off.
I mean,
That's pretty much what the way I thought this
I mean, I guess in all fairness, we've seen a gallows every 10 feet, so.
Really though.
Wait, My only hesitation is here. Does she really deserve to die?
No, not really.
Well, was she
I
holding
I was here
the?
last week, so I don't know.
Well, she's been more cordial and understanding about this whole thing, but she was also apparently holding a bunch of guests hostage in her dining room. So maybe.
I mean, I think that it was not so much she was holding them hostage, she was hosting that and her husband was holding them hostage.
Also possible.
So yeah, they're marching off down the street carrying him at this point.
Can I specify that they not hang her?
Like one will shout back, "She's just as guilty! Yeah, just as guilty!" They will explain to you the whole dinner party thing.
Oh, so that was her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Fuck her then.
I guess.
As long as we know that she's like I hate it when a woman like not even just a woman like when someone who's married to someone gets married killed just because they're married to someone.
So yeah, they're gonna march off towards the town square if nobody does anything to stop them.
I've got my hands full with a mirror.
I mean, what's her face lady doing? Just leading the crowd?
Yes. At the moment, she's just leading the crowd and whipping them up into a frenzy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow that crowd with my new 6 cats following me.
Your skeleton cats. Okay, so I can bring us back to the town map.
I don't know if you want the peasants to see those.
They're my cats. I'll kill anyone who touches them.
I've only had this skeleton cat for 5 minutes, but if anything's happened to them, I'll kill everyone and then myself.
I bet they don't have a high AC or HP threshold. It'll probably be quick before they die.
So what stopped me from using spectral hands to hit all the cats?
I will me killing you. I don't care if I get accidentally. I will kill you.
Okay. So yeah, if you follow them, they go right to the town square. Load up the mayor and his wife onto a set of gallows that's there near where the stocks used to be, and hang them.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna be close to the girls, like ready to hop up if I need to.
It is a pretty standard hanging. They throw noose around their neck, and unless something happens to stop them, they pull the lever, the trapdoors go up, and their necks snap.
Alright, I'll hop off top of the gallows after they're dead and be like, "Hey, that's great, everyone. I think they're dead. That's all right. Now.
Legit.
We'll have their attention.
Yeah, you catch their attention pretty easily.
So, I don't know, I'm in this town, you don't really know me, but I was part of the group that went in and, got this asshole for you.
They start clapping, like, yeah!
I kind of get the feeling we're all about to be killed.
Really though.
There's suddenly... Can I slink away from the town center? Because I have a horrible feeling. I feel like somebody in our party is about to say something that's going to get us all murdered.
I've got Layla's back on this one.
So, you guys kind of have this choice to make now, and I'm not really part of this stuff, so it's not my choice to make, but I think I should give you guys all the facts as me and my group of friends have come to learn them.
Wait,
Does
we're
that sound
friends?
reasonable to you?
Sure!
So,
When did we become
when we got
friends?
to town, we were hearing about how this crazy guy was locking you guys up, doing horrible things to you. and everything like that. And then there's also like the whole vampire problem that I'm sure everyone's aware of. And we were trying to figure out what to do, and this lady came to us, and she's like, I'll point to what's her name?
Yeah.
The evil lady who's not everyone knows is evil. Vampire lady, yeah. That lady. She came to us and said, hey, we really don't like this guy, and I'd kind of like to be fair. And if you guys could get rid of him, that'd be great.
Everyone starts cheering. Yeah, she's the tiger.
Yeah, I know. So, let me tell you the story. So, we're like, yeah, sure, we'll think about it. You don't know, it's kind of a lot to go after a guy with human arm and all that. I'm sure I would have had to hit bugs and talk about going after that guy. To be honest with me. Reaction to that?
Yeah, they're all like, yeah, screw him.
So, then he had come there and we're talking about how we're going to go after them because we kidnapped our friends. And of course, you can't let that bullshit fly, so we go in there and mess things up. As we do.
More cheering.
Can I like throw my voice and be like, get to the point already?
While she's giving her epic recounting of the tale here, I'm going to provide suitably epic violin accompaniment
that I'm sure half of this town couldn't care less about. But okay.
Oh no, they're cheering. They love it. They're going nuts.
We're the entertainment right now, man. Never waste a good crowd.
Off to the side, I'll be telling her Zaka. I thought we were friends.
I guess
I was able to some of you guys friends, but like Alexa's character, probably not as much.
Well, since we immediately went for the Burgermeister's house at this giant opening town square, I guess I'm gonna just be making stupid faces in this mirror that I've stolen, and nobody's ever like questioned me, stopped me. Just I now have a giant mirror, and I'm gonna make faces.
You, man.
I mean, it's a big fucking mirror. People give you weird looks, but no one's made any moves towards you.
That's it. Nobody said anything, so. Actually, I'm gonna try to go through the town and see if I can find anybody to buy this in the middle of this giant crowd. I'm gonna be walking around like, hey, you want a mirror?
I want it.
So, I'll try to get to the point now, if I'm allowed to. If you
Yeah.
to get to the point.
Yeah, go for it.
So, we did the whole cat kicking thing, and when we were there, we met, what's her name?
Esmeralda?
I like to believe that she's doing that in person. What's her name?
Esmeralda.
Yes, Esmeralda.
Now, what's her connection to the evil lady down here?
She doesn't have one. She's just been in the town for a while.
And how did we find out that this evil lady is evil?
She just said that it's very well known she has connections to the devil. That her family has ties to him going way back.
Who helped us, so she was great. And, but as we were there doing all the stuff, we found out that, what's her name, lady over there, I just over to, what's her name?
Yeah,
I'm actually calling her, what's her name? And, apparently has a lot of ties to the devil, worships him or something like that. Just so you know. And, now you guys don't have a choice now that this asshole's dead.
As you're saying that, she smiles and she goes, "Oh, I've never kept that a secret."
Oh, I have no judgment. People need to know. If you want to worship him, you go right ahead, honey.
So, like, the townsfolk cool with that?
At this point,
Right now.
they're all kind of like, it's not exactly like cheering, it's more like, they look to Fiona, who's just like, oh no, you've all known that my family goes very far back with the Lord of Barovia. One of the many things I'm going to change now that I am in charge of this place is that no longer will we shut ourselves off from the outside world.
Well, actually, about that, bring back the crowd. You guys all have a choice to make. You guys need a leader.
I'm flipping away.
I think you guys, as the people who live here, need to figure out who's in charge. Now, obviously, me and my friends don't live here. We're newcomers, and we can't really come over here and sweep into town and take everything away from you, go in charge and everything like that. And we're willing to help you figure out who you guys want as a new leader.
So, you hear from the other end a loud, booming voice. I support Miss Wachter.
Is that the vampire lover?
Yes, that would be her, Fiona Wachter. And as you look up, riding into Town Square on a large black flaming horse is a very familiar looking figure.
Of
Is it Strahd?
It is!
We're kind of like a private town moment here. We can come back later.
I think you're missing the fact that he's kind of in charge of these lands. I don't think he's going to come back later.
At this point, I'm going to step up. I'm going to stop playing the violin, step up behind Layla, and just kind of put my hand on her shoulder and go, I think we lost this one.
Bro,
Strahd kind of like holds his hands out to the side and he's like, yes, as the lord of these lands, it would fall down to me to choose a successor now, wouldn't it? I believe Miss Fiona will do an admirable job. And as for yourselves, there's, something you should have been doing, don't you recall?
Are we still out for dinner?
I
smiled.
lean back to my friend, and I'm sorry, I forget your name. What was your name?
Who, me?
Can I ask him if he's interested in buying a mirror?
wait, who? Alexis, who are you talking about?
Robin, what's your
Frizzle.
name? I lean back to Frizzle, and I whisper out of the side of my mouth, what were we supposed to be doing? Is he talking about the dinner thing?
In response to the
Sure,
thing,
let
like,
the man talk.
in response to
There's a
the
lot
dinner,
of shit we're supposed to be doing.
he like waves his hand and he's like, yes, of course, you're still invited to the castle. That's not, however, what I had in mind. And as he says that, in the distance you can hear screaming. And he's like, there it is. And
You
looks up.
recognize who's screaming?
You recognize that it's coming from the direction of the church.
God damn
Hey,
it.
damn it.
Were we supposed to be doing something?
And you know what? I'm just gonna go, see, this is why people don't like you. You kill people. People don't like that.
I'm going to start running in the direction.
Just start-
Same.
Like, as you guys turn and run, you just hear Strahd's laughter following, just like this deep bellowing, like, good luck!
It's not this tough pirates that they can't kill people. That means they want to kill you.
Oh,
And
I
I
did.
say that once we're out of earshot of him.
I said it to him. And I made
You know,
sure
like,
he heard that.
as you turn around, you notice, like, Esmeralda, Ismark, and Irina are no longer with you.
That's not good.
That's not good. Like, where did we lose them?
They basically were hovering, like, when you got here, they were hovering near the edge of the area. And as soon as Strahd showed up, anyone who was near them saw Esmeralda, like, grab the two of them and go, we need to go.
Oh, good. Good. They ran. Good. We like that they ran. Running was the correct choice here.
So you're all running towards the church now.
Yeah, that seems to be the plan.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what he was expecting us to go get the bones. Like,
I think that's kind of what he was hinting at.
yeah, I know, but how realistic was that?
If the bones are in his castle, that was not a winnable scenario. Like,
Who knows? Maybe we could have gone and simply asked him for the bones. He would have given them to us.
What?
Yeah, but it was a low price. And turtle
can we
and
canonize one of these cats real quick?
Can we canonize?
Canonization is the process of making someone a saint.
Turn the cat into a saint, yes.
I think you would be better off turning Lux into a saint. At least they're kind of closer on the mark.
Saint Muffins. Saint Muffins the Capricious.
So we're just running to this church with a flock of cats behind us.
The first saint to be their own reliquary.
Well, I'm gonna get to the church before any of you guys.
As we run up ahead, I just shout out, "Shout out!"
I have to populate a map real quick.
Go ahead, you can run ahead, but remember, we have to catch up. If there's 50 of them, you're on your own.
Yeah, just run in, grab the kids, run away!
Go ahead, run and punching.
I at least want to assess the situation first.
So it would be smart to assess the situation with people. One lone idiot running up to a bunch of people is probably going to attract attention.
Alright.
It's not my fault you guys are slow.
No, it's your fault that you're running in face first with no idea what you're running into.
Oh, the one guy doesn't have his own token, and that's a pain in the ass. Oh well,
Wait. You're telling me they have tokens for brooms and everything else, but not for this one guy?
The one guy that I need at the church, yeah, they don't. He does not have a token.
He's just not important enough.
Which you would think he's supposed to be, but he isn't.
Are all you guys at level 6?
We're level 5.
Oh.
Once you get to level 5, it takes 2 sessions to level up.
Okay, so you guys will level up this session, I'll level up next session?
That is correct.
Okay, so I'm reusing a map because this place has the same floor plan. Place yourselves outside.
Is there any people alive?
There are a handful of people who managed to get outside and are running down the streets screaming.
We're going to endeavor to keep them that way.
Define alive.
They're literally alive. They're just shrieking random dudes. No, that's not a good one. I'll use the commoner token, even though he's a named dude. So, the doors are thrown open as you get there, and you can see moving around the building. There are, bats flying everywhere, and all this other madness. So yeah, as you move closer to the door, you can see there are several figures in there. There are bodies on the ground. And standing over the altar, you can see from the door is the figure of the man you had met at Irina's father's funeral. Tall, dark-skinned elven man, pointed ears, everything. And he's, holding the priest over these what looks like a skeleton laid out on the altar, and he's cut his throat, and he's basically draining his blood over the skeleton.
I'll walk in and be like, hey, yo, is this like a hobby of yours?
I would say roll initiative because you just walked into a swarm of bats.
Thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I don't think diplomacy was on the menu here.
I mean, if you guys thought you could,
Did they change? Did Roll20 change this? Because it looks different.
Yeah, the formatting on this looks a little different. I actually like this formatting.
Yeah, it looks like they did update. Huh.
Well, is it a Roll20 update, or is this an
Yeah, it's a Roll20.
Or is this
It'll also
coming...
be a Beyond 20 update.
I was going to say, or is this coming from Beyond 20? Because it is still technically... It has the option for updating.
I normally have everything auto update anyway.
So let me start rolling. Oh, I didn't have the tracker up. Shit. I didn't have the tracker up, so I have to add everybody manually.
I rolled for one twice, sorry.
Oh, good, I'll just take the first one. Which is 24, so.
Yay.
At 24, you got 19. Trisvel got 7.12. Trisvel got 21.
No, I got 17. 21 was my investigation.
Oh, right.
Wrong eye.
17 Gazonk, you got 18 there.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, you know, I'm putting out an extra vampire spawn token just so I can keep it off to the side and keep my initiative.
Throw it in the basement.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a vampire, not a vampire spawn.
Please no.
Okay. So, vampire spawn, initiative. It's a 9. Let's see, Rahadin. Rahadin is fast. Swarm the bats. Okay, so first up is Lux. You look through the doors have been busted wide open, and you can see all this going on.
I know, hold on. I'm trying to get this thing to work out there.
Lux?
So there's like a row of beds there.
Yes.
I guess I'll try word radius here.
Okay. That is, you need me to make a dex check for the swarm.
Con.
Con save. They got a 12, so I think your Word of Radiance works. Yeah. What's the damage there? 8. Alright, your spell burns into the swarm, some of the bats drop to the ground. But there's still enough of them flying around making a nuisance of themselves. Next up is Rahadin, who just takes the body of the priest, now like all the blood's drained out, and throws it to the side. Just looks down. Well, welcome. Glad to see you've made it.
Your cat.
That'd be my cat. Yellow. He's not really gonna do anything. He's just gonna stand there. So, Layla.
I'll take out my rapier and hack the bat thing up.
Alright, you going for the swarm bats or moving in?
Swarm bats.
Okay.
And sneak attack because of his plus.
Yeah, Lux would have to be within 5 feet for roots to work.
Oh, okay. So you had to be a tad closer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, this attack. Did it roll?
I hit it. You have to do.
Huh. Oh, maybe it's on the beyond log. 1 sec.
There it is.
Why is unsettling words up here? Minutes class.
Let's see, where's the die roll log for?
Up at the top right near the campaign. I don't see the dice having been rolled for Layla in the log there.
Yeah, you might just have to click it again.
What? Did it roll?
I'm still not seeing anything.
Are you seeing it roll?
No. It's getting really irritated.
Oh, let me try something.
Every time I roll it, it goes like short. So where's my rapier? My rapier's off my rapier's gone.
Huh.
You might need to refresh your page because I can see the rapier. I mean, I just rolled it.
Okay, I mean, do you want to go? I rolled it as a 22, so you definitely hit.
Sneak attack too.
Okay.
You want me to roll your damage also?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, my sword's still not on my sheet for me. My rapier is still not on my sheet for me.
Weird. Alright, yeah, I guess
Robert, are you on a computer?
Yeah.
Can you share your screen?
Well, I'm
Through the Facebook call. Yeah.
I'm not on the computer. I'm not on, I'm on the computer with D20. I'm on the call for my phone.
Oh, okay. So no. So the answer to that is no. Okay, fine. All right, cool. I can roll your damage if you want.
Yes, please. I don't.
Okay.
So there's base damage and there's sneak attack.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I got no problem with it.
So yeah, the bats start swarming around you. You manage to get a few swings in there, take out a few of them, but the swarm is still going strong. Up next, got Zonk.
I am going to, well, since the swarm is still there, I'm going to punch it. Well, actually, no, I'm going to move to here. I'm going to summon Spectral Hands. And the vampire spawn and the swarm have to roll a dex save.
Okay. Cool. So the swarm.
No.
Swarm fails. And the vampire spawn also fails.
So they take 2d6 force damage. Okay, just 6 force damage.
Okay.
Are the bats still up?
Yes, they are. There are not a lot of them left, though.
Well, I'm going to punch him.
Okay.
Punch bats.
Bat punch. Get over it.
That's a crit!
I was gonna say, I don't think you could possibly do less damage than they have health. The last couple of bats just drop because
Yeah, that's a finish with a crit.
the stand arms snap out and they punch bats out of the air.
And I'm going to turn around and punch the vampire spawn from a distance.
Okay.
I believe that's going to hit them.
Yes. Oh, incidentally, I just noticed that you gifted me Valheim. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
That game looked awesome.
Yeah, I saw on your wish list, so it's really fun.
I've heard good things. All right, yeah. So you're punching the vampire spawn.
Yeah, 9 force damage.
Sweet. Cool. He takes that. That brings him down to. You got another puncher already.
Yeah, I already used my bonus action to summon the hand, my action, and my movement, so I'm out.
Okay, Drizza.
Okay, I am unmuted. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess I'm gonna. Is this a person or an enemy? Definitely an enemy.
That is the vampire.
Alright, I'm throwing daggers at that guy.
Okay.
Female token.
Dagger throw.
17.
Hamlet. Nice.
That's 9.
9 damage. There we go.
Does a 12 hit?
12.
Probably not.
That one, it manages to dodge out of the way.
Alrighty. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Up next is Vampire Song. I'm obligated to say the guy that just took all the damage after his regeneration has 69 HP, so nice. He's gonna run up and attack Godazonk.
Okay.
This one, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will also attack. 30, that one will squeeze in there. That one has to double move, but it will also get here. So this one can't do anything. 2 are going to attack Godazonk.
No,
14 doesn't hit, so another claw. 25 probably does.
it does.
So 8 damage as it claws into you. The second one 9 to hit,
Yeah.
so no. Then 15 to hit.
No.
Second one doesn't. And then the one that got up to Layla and Lux. I guess we'll attack Layla because she walked in and made her breath stone first. 11 to hit. I don't think 11's going to hit you yet. Layla?
What was that? I'm sorry.
11 doesn't
11
hit
to hit
you.
you.
My computer's lagging.
It looks like AC 15.
Okay, so neither attack hits. As I run in and start slinging the claws. Swarm of bats, one's dead. This one's gonna just flit around 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's gonna flap its way over here. And then Trizzle.
I'm looking at the situation going, are we winning this, guys? I'm gonna walk up behind here and given the circumstances here, I will toss a firebolt in the direction of the one attacking Layla.
Okay. Firebolt. 21 hits.
Yep.
7. Alright, yeah. Burns. Resends. Oh, next is what?
Well,
Do you got any big tricks here?
Well, before this session, I wanted to reshuffle my levels, but a lot to say after my computer.
you can stop. You had all that week and the next week when I didn't play with you guys to do it. So no to that bullshit.
Yeah, but it's still true.
I'm gonna slap you.
I'm only saying it mainly to annoy you, but still. But yeah, we're gonna read it again.
We're ready.
So actually, first, go back to the map. No, I can really stuff my way up there. Horse around it, Nizok.
He hasn't taken any damage. He hasn't taken much damage yet.
Yeah, you can dodge him like a motherfucker in there.
However, when you're surrounded by vampires,
I can still escape. I have a move that I claim to keep when I can't escape.
Did you ask it?
Huh?
Yeah, it can. I'm getting on level 2.
Not in the traffic, isn't it?
Well,
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
hold on, guys. Your rolls aren't showing up even in the campaign log.
what'd you do?
I opened. If anyone has done anything, it's whatever you were doing last week.
No.
All I did today was open D&D.
What? Okay, now an accusatory question. What's changed since you guys rolled initiative? Because that worked. Have you... Actually, since you did roll Ward of Radiance last time.
Like, I rolled, I went to roll, after World of Radiance, I went to roll my, attack with my, rapier, and it didn't work, and then my rapier was gone.
Weird.
have you tried refreshing the page?
Yeah, that didn't work either. My rapier is actually still gone.
It's there on when I look up your sheet, and I'm refreshed, so it's not like it got taken. No, now it's gone. So somehow it got deleted. Oh no, it didn't get deleted. I see what happened. I see what happened. Okay. Alright. We'll deal with that in a second, but let's look at Lux right now. So you're on Lux's page?
Yep.
Tell me what you're seeing.
I'm on his spell, just looking at it.
Okay.
I go to cast Word of Uranium.
Okay, so just click on the roll damage button.
Does that work?
Yeah, there we go. Alright. And you're blasting a vampire or the two of them?
It's a area spell.
Okay, so it affects everything within 5 feet.
They both everything he wants it to affect within 5 feet.
Okay, so count save, fail, and fail.
Hooray.
So we'll take that.
The light! It burns!
I mean, yeah, it's basically the reaction again. They both hiss.
Hooray.
Up next is Rahadin. Rahadin, I think, is going to just take a dart out of his coat and just casually flick it at Gazok.
You can try.
Oh, this is a bad idea. He doesn't know that it's a bad idea, but he's about to find out.
Why?
Well, it's funny to hit you, unless you're going to,
I am going to deflect that, but I actually have to roll the D10 because wait. Reduce. Do I only reduce the physical damage or the poison?
You reduce all of it.
Okay, so I still gotta roll the D10. $14 to deflect it.
14
And
12, yeah.
alright.
Do I want to spend that key point? Should I use that key point, guys?
My argument would be no, because I'll bet you he's immune to poison. I'm certain the guys around you are immune to poison. And you're in deep fucking shit right now.
Good. Okay. So I basically just slapped it away, saying no.
Rodney kind of smiles and he's like, I tell you what, if you surrender and come with me, then I'll let you all live. And that will end his turn. Layla!
Can I roll insight on that?
Get for it!
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight. Wait, with my passive insight 17. Can I tell he's bullshitting?
You're in the middle of combat. I think your passive
You can't be
insight
passive
is.
anything in the middle of a fight, no.
I think your
Yeah.
passive anything is trying to not get slashed to death.
Okay, so it's 22.
So you do remember that this guy is Strahd's right hand, and Strahd has invited you to dinner. He's dead serious about not killing you.
I really don't want to go to dinner.
I'm not hungry!
Look, he's kind enough to offer us
I'm
free
pretty sure he
food.
won't. I'm pretty sure he won't invite my cat. So
Layla, crazy cat bard.
they're all just sitting. By the way, they're all just sitting over here under this tree watching all this.
I mean, yeah, they're going about. They're doing cat things.
They don't give a shit.
And I love them for it.
It's your turn.
Okay,
So go back to your page now and refresh it, and your rapier should be back in the action section.
Alright. I rolled something. Did that not show up?
It did.
Brother.
Yeah, your short sword rolled hit, so I mean you rolled the same die for rapier.
Alright.
It didn't show up in roll 20.
It's not passing through, so there might be something going on with your beyond 20.
Can I tell you about Williams and mine?
Oh, hold on. I know what the problem might be. Go. Are you on your page right now?
Yeah.
Click on the features and traits section, and then click back to actions.
Oh yeah, sometimes it has to update. If you do
Sometimes
anything,
it has to update.
if you do anything to the character sheet, it often wants that.
Yeah. And then go ahead and try to roll. I'm assuming you attack with your rapier.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. I'm assuming 20 hits, Tom.
20, yes.
So go ahead and roll your rapier damage, I guess. See if it passes through. Hey, we fixed it!
Alright.
Yay! I hate D&D computers.
You're stabbing this random vampire guy in front of you, right?
Which one are you stabbing? Is a good question. I shot this guy.
The one in front of me.
Right in front of you. Yeah. And you get your sneak attack too because of blocks.
Yay. Sneak attack is why I put down here. I never understand. I feel like these people put all this stuff on the screen and they don't think about how they're putting it on the screen.
Ow.
I see so many more logical ways they could have done it, and I'm just like, why?
Okay. So he takes a bit of a beating.
I'm guessing it's the one right in front of her.
Yeah, I believe that's what you intended to do.
Yep.
We should probably try and focus these guys down so that we're cutting their numbers.
Yeah.
That was like,
Well, I'm going to punch the one that she was hitting. Hopefully 4 times. That hits.
Let's go, Zonk. Let's go, Zonk.
Second hit. No. Flurry.
okay.
Hit.
That'll it.
Is it dead yet?
No.
19 hit.
Yeah.
Right, hitting the ones behind you.
I'm hitting the one. Yeah, I'm hitting that one. I'm mercilessly beating this one.
We're focusing this guy so that hopefully if we can get one of them down, we can cut the number of attacks per round we're taking.
So, yeah, you haul off and with a huge flurry, you pound this guy into the wall pretty hard. And he's reeling, but he's still up, and yours is up.
Well, do you want the rest of that?
So everybody's just repetitively beating on these guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you do.
Since talking's a free action, I'm gonna ask him if we go for dinner, can we leave afterwards?
You caught me right if I put a cracker in my mouth. Give me a second.
That'll teach you. It sounds like he's already having dinner.
Roddy shrugs and he's like, I do not see why not. My master, it's up to my master, but I imagine you would be allowed to come and go as you please, for now.
I'm just kind of like, I mean, guys, it seems like a really good deal. It's free food. And I guess to help out the party, I'll throw daggers at this person. I'm saying all this while I'm throwing the daggers. How's that?
One we've been mercilessly attacking.
I mean, it's free food.
It's free
What
food.
kind of food? Are we eating blood?
No, it's just food. They have pigs and stuff here.
Holy shit!
Good lord.
Holy.
Holy shit!
So So the first one just takes a big chunk out of him, and the second one hits him in the fucking temple, and he drops. And
Fucking Durzo, dog me!
And meanwhile, Durzo's still going, I mean, guys, it's free food.
That one just, yeah, he just...
It really seems like a good deal to me.
636 on sneak attack. Christ.
Yeah, Jesus.
Not sure if any of my words are getting through to the party while I'm throwing these daggers.
I don't think we can beat the real one.
Well, the odds are getting better by the moment.
Okay, well, Vampire Spawn are up. Two of them are still attacking Durzo. I mean, not Durzo,
Azonk.
Azonk.
I was gonna say, how'd they get to me?
23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And he is instead going to grab you and pull you in. And he will bite for 10 damage, 5 piercing, 5 necrotic. Your max HP is reduced by 5.
Okay.
And the second one is just going to just swing and do nothing.
Captain Failboat.
The other vampire is going to attack Lux because Lux fired outward of radiance and he does not like that. 24 to hit. And 22 on the second swing says.
Those
Right,
are
he
not
does-
going after me, right?
Those two attacks are going to Lux. I know Lux has a really high AC. I don't know if he has shield.
I'm looking up his thing. His 20 AC. Weren't you talking about getting married so you can get like a spell that just gives you a +1 to AC?
I said we could use ceremony to get +2 to AC.
Which is about getting married.
Yeah,
To who?
but +2 AC.
That's what he was trying to figure out.
So, are you just taking that?
I taking what?
The vampire got 24 and 22.
21 slashing?
It'll be
I
7.
don't want none of that. I'm gonna use my reaction that blinds them.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that gives them disadvantage and then they miss. So next up is a swarm of bats that just... I'm going to put it here because it's above Godazonk because you're the closest target.
So
And
it
it's
just
gonna
went
be-
through the wall?
No, it's
It's
in
not.
his space.
It's in his space. I'm just putting it off to the side so you know it's there. It does
No.
nothing. You just get bats just all over your face. It's really inconvenient. Tristle, you're up.
Oh, what's that?
I would like to be able to move up to that space there so I could use Rune of Radiance on more targets.
It's not your turn.
Until my turn.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's Tristle.
It is Tristle's turn.
I was saying that as a means of saying, please don't take my spot.
As someone who A, has previously had experience fighting these guys in melee, and B, currently has 7 hit points, I don't think I'll be taking the melee spot. Thank you.
Why are you so low?
Because I did a lot of the frontline fighting in the battle to get into the house, and we haven't had a chance to rest since.
Yeah, he took a lot of these X attacks.
I'm the barbarian. I'm the tank. It's my job. It's just trying to tank multiple battles in a row is difficult. However, that having been said, this guy is gonna catch a fireball, hopefully.
I forgot to do a thing.
Take these to work with you for your sales tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Why you give me this?
Good lord, yeah.
Why you give me this? Because we've been sitting there a while. I watched one go and I'm like,
All right.
Okay.
Oh, good with yourself. Hey.
So, Blaster. Up next is Lux, who you said you wanted to move into this spot and Word of Radiance again?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first vampire makes the save, the second one doesn't.
That's also in range.
Oh yeah, that's. The bats don't make it. Oh, actually,
So which vampire didn't make the save?
This one.
Okay.
I rolled them as dexterity saves by accident, but it's not going to really change who made and who.
Well, that's good because the other one already had Word of Radiance on it.
Yeah. So he takes 8 damage. So. And the bats also take 8 damage.
I think we should probably focus on the ones that are not going to regenerate.
How long does like the not regenerate thing last?
1 round, I think.
Until their next turn, until Lux's
so it
next
ends.
turn.
However, they'll be not regenerating every time they take radiant damage.
Which is hopefully often.
Well, it just means we have to punch them or slice them or stab them or.
Rahadin suddenly disappears. And he reappears right here.
Oh, God.
Fucking rude.
I need you guys to both make me, what is this? Wisdom saves.
Who?
Actually, technically you do too. Trizval, Durzo, and Layla.
I'm guessing it's 10-foot reach.
Yep.
5.
Fuck! Oh, wait. I don't know. That's still not great.
I'll take the first one, 16, so.
You roll.
Well, it's a 9.
I did?
Yeah.
Rolled his Lux, yeah.
Roll a natural 9 plus 2, so that's an 11 for Layla.
Ooh. Okay, so the three of you hear the screaming of like thousands of voices crying out in anguish as soon as this guy is close to you. And you take 9 damage.
I am unconscious.
And then he will take 3 attacks at Durzo. So 28 to hit, 9, 19. And oh god, he crit. So altogether you take 12, 20, 29 damage as he just lays into you with his sword.
Kudos, me. Oh wait, I'm muted. I'm sorry, what was that?
You take 29 damage as he hits you 3 times with his scimitar.
Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm also in the middle of like playing games, so your new password is August 06 $, capital A.
Next up is Layla.
The $sign at the ending.
I'm going to.
Ooh, wait, actually, I screwed something up. I couldn't do the 3 attacks. You get your you get the 29 HP back. Don't worry about that.
Oh, good.
I goofed.
A preview of a possible future because he teleported.
Yes, I realized.
Teleport.
I realized. Yeah, he used his action to jump up here.
All right.
So all he can do was activate the
So Durzo doesn't take 29 damage. That's good.
Only the 9 from the screaming.
I'm still unconscious from the psychic screaming, so thank you.
I heal you?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Heart you.
So if you sign am using that.
You still have your action.
When I go onto the app, I should be able
Do
to
I?
see that.
Yeah, because healing words is a bonus action.
Oh.
yeah. So you still.
Alright, and like I said, if it sends you stuff...
I suspect that's not going to hit.
Unfortunately, no. So, guns up. You are surrounded by the terror dad.
Which gotta punch in when you get
Which one looks the most weak?
Currently, this guy seems to be the most damaged.
That one's the one got hit with the radiant damage, right?
So...
No, this is the guy that got hit with radiant damage.
If you set that up for tomorrow,
Alright, so I'm gonna punch this guy possibly 3 times? I'm trying... Alright.
no problem, Graham.
The 16 hit.
Bye.
Hit. 16 hits.
Yeah,
It does? It does?
yeah.
For max damage. Second punch.
Have you the word radiance yet?
Yeah. Second hit. 6 damage. He's still up.
Yes.
Normal or a little weak?
He seems relatively okay, but like he's still burned from holy
Flurry.
ring.
14?
14,000. He catches that one.
And last one. No.
Okay, you've got a visitor. He hasn't destroyed you yet, but he's still there.
I know. Durzo doesn't know that he almost got destroyed.
You
But
can
I
sneak
do.
attack the shit out of it if you want.
I really don't want to be involved in... I want to go to dinner.
You can surrender alone.
The rest of you are making this very difficult. Just surrender and let's go to dinner. Like, Jesus Christ. I'd rather have my food before getting destroyed. Haven't you ever heard the phrase? Well,
I
considering...
mean, if you personally surrender, it means someone else will probably surrender.
Yeah, I don't want to fight this.
Reaction of rally.
What is everyone's health right now?
7.
I know.
38. But I can't heal. I can't heal this.
Mine's at 33. We still have 3 vampire spawn, a swarm of bats, this guy, and whoever the hell's up there by the altar, unless that's just the guy who's dead.
That's the dead body.
Okay. And
Victory is remote, but if we pull it off, it'll be a fucking epic story.
The question is, can we pull it off?
That is the big question.
Well, Josh, if you always still hit this guy, hopefully we can kill it.
Also an option.
does this guy in front of me look like he's a vampire?
I'm talking again. Surprisingly, no.
I catch him every time he eats a cracker, just to teach him a lesson. This is my revenge for the destruction that's about to come to my character.
Fair enough. No, he actually looks mortal. Like, completely... I would say human, but he's an elf.
Talking's still a free action, so I'm gonna go... Is surrender out of the option still?
He shakes his head and he's like, no. You can still give up.
Are the rest of you going to give up?
Oh.
You all make this very
I
difficult.
probably will.
You can see the crazed familiar predatory look in the downed Trizbal's eyes, although I haven't gathered myself enough to speak yet.
This is all very difficult. I guess I'm gonna just
I'm
start...
waiting cues from the rest of you. I'm good either way.
Guess I'm gonna just start stabbing at this man in front of me.
I tell you, fast if the surrender's off yet. You're still young. And then he just goes daddy style.
It's kind of my guy's shtick.
Holy shit!
Good lord, man.
If I'm going down, I'm going down in a blaze of glory. Get away from me. Remember me, guys. Remember me as the man who stabbed.
Alright, vampire spawn time.
Dude. I might be able to roll good, but I'm about to get destroyed.
Okay, so vampire spawn. The two of them are still swinging at Godazonk. One has you grappled, so because you never tried to get out of that, he's going to try and bite you again. And crit. So you take 15 necrotic, which you lose from your max HP. And you take 9 piercing.
Does my HP lower first and then I take the regular damage, or is it I take damage then my HP is lowered?
You take damage, your HP's lowered, but it's off the top, so it's not like you're taking the damage.
You're still
the
taking
necrotic
it as you're still taking the necrotic as damage, so
technically I just only lose the 15 from the max, but it's like the physical hit first. Okay.
yeah,
So my HP is at 23.
You lose 15 off the top, and then you still take.
Well, hold on. What are you at?
I have like 20 below my max HP. You said it was the.
Well, you take it as damage. You still take it as damage. So
You're
what were you
taking
at before that
damage
attack?
in total.
So I'm still taking that nine as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're taking.
I just didn't know which one goes first. Like, is the physical and then the necrotic?
Okay, back up a step. How much HP did you have before that attack hit you?
Well, it's 23 plus 15.
So you had 38 total hit points?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have 14 total hit points out of a max of 23.
Okay.
And you take the 9 piercing.
Yeah, that's factored into that.
Ah.
You take all of the damage. It's just at the end of it, you lose the health points.
There's really no clean way to deal with this kind of effect that isn't annoyingly confusing.
Yeah, it's basically you're taking 24 damage, and 15 of that is permanent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, now that I've
the
royally pissed off this man.
The other one is going to swing its claws at Godazonk. 15 doesn't hit, I don't think, right?
Nope.
18?
Nope. Wait, John the die.
Okay, you take 8 more. The other spawn is going to continue to try and attack Lux. 15 doesn't hit. 23 does, though, so that's 8 slashing.
Another reaction to bite.
Okay, cool. Then he doesn't hit you, because he can't see. The swarm of bats, just having a bad day, is going to try and nibble Godazonk.
And I'm down.
Could you imagine being Godazonk right now? No, give me a turn. I'll find out.
At this point, Rahadin holds his hands up and goes, "Surrender, save your friend's life."
Who's on the ground?
Triple. Godazonk just dropped.
A dummy.
I'm gonna look up at him and go, you know, you're right. I am a little bit hungry, and my mouth extends.
Oh dear.
Durzo just lets out this defeated sigh.
Rage and bite.
Okay. That hits.
And I heal for 3.
Cool.
Second attack.
Okay.
17.
Let me double check his 17 misses. He manages to deflect, like, he basically turns you aside with his scimitar.
Oh, okay.
Lux.
Well, I know it's hard to remember the name of
Sure,
your
I
life.
said.
Yeah, I know you said you would thing, but then he kind of bit whoever.
Yeah, and I did kind of stab this
Allison,
guy.
vampire spawn next to me looking.
Which one? The one up here is... He's not looking super great. This one over here is almost back to, like, full. Most of his wounds are closed.
Can you heal Azar?
You know, I could, but I won't. And I'm gonna stick with the whole surrendering thing. And fall back into that room there, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm surrendering. I don't like the way this is looking.
Rodney, like, nods his head, and he was like, one of you shows some intelligence. I guess it's Rahadin's turn.
God, this is gonna hurt.
Actually,
Do I have to wait until my turn to talk?
no, you can say something now real quick if you want.
Alright, I'm gonna look over to your character, Robin, and I'll be like, I am totally there with you that you guys are assholes, but even if my brother healed, what's your name? Sorry, I can't do names.
Zonk.
Me and him would only be able to heal people so many times, and I don't think we can win this.
Well, let me see what this guy is.
Because I'm about to get knocked unconscious.
He
Wait, two of
is...
you are not unconscious?
I'm about to
I'm
be
not-
unsure.
No.
He is going to slap Tristan on the side of the head with the broadside of his scimitar.
Okay.
15?
That is a no, Chief.
Okay. I do believe 24 will do it now.
Yes, still conscious.
11, and then he'll do the last one. And it's 9. He basically just bludgeons you in the side of the head.
That will do it, I think. Just make sure I'm not missing anything helpful here. I don't think that I am. No, I'm not conscious.
Okay, yeah. Turns around, holds the sword out to the side. Huh?
Am I stable or bleeding out?
He intentionally knocked you out, so you're stable.
I figured.
So he's going to turn, sword out to the side. I'm merciful, at least. I will let the rest of you live. Come on.
So Lux goes. So Layla goes to talk to me, and then I am just beaten unconscious.
I go,
Alright.
hey man, works for me.
It is Layla's turn.
Who's down right now?
Hey,
And me.
Zonk is in the process of getting his throat ripped out by a vampire spawn.
I'm guessing they stopped though?
They are holding and looking to Rahadin for orders.
Alright, in that case, I will leave.
It's worth noting he's bleeding out in any case. So even if the vampires don't kill him, he could die from blood loss.
Can
You
I
heal
try
him.
that?
Will you heal him? Are we on? Since he's no longer attacking us, are we on?
Technically, still an initiative in case somebody wants to try something, but yeah, I would say if you
I'm
want.
asking permission from an actual vampire.
I'm not gonna attack. Is anyone else gonna attack?
I mean, if we're all finally
I'm
willing to
profoundly
surrender,
unconscious.
I go, well, if everybody's finally willing to surrender, I mean, I've only been saying this since the first time we were offered dinner.
I'll keep Robin's character from attacking people.
I'm unconscious. I can't attack anyone. I'm
I know
unconscious.
that! I'm telling him!
I can't sleep attack anyone.
Roddy just sort of nods and he's like, that is fine.
Alright,
You
so-
might want to see to that one. He points to the one who's like being held up by the vampire spawn in the back.
Oh, medicine check him.
I can heal 2 people right now. Who really needs it?
Me!
What? How?
I have Healing Word and I have Healing Word, which is just a bonus action. And
Unless you have a cantrip
my
that
action.
heals.
Where is it?
Unless you have a cantrip that heals.
Yeah,
won't
you
be able to
can't.
cast
You can't
2
also
spells.
use Cure Wounds in the same round that you use Healing Word because they're both leveled spells.
However, if you have a potion, that would be fine.
Yeah.
If you have a potion, that'll work.
I sort of regret giving Lonzo my last potion.
Just heal. Honestly, out of character, just heal Azonk so he doesn't bleed out. Unconscious is probably better for me right now.
He's
Let's
just
be
taking
real.
a
I'm
nap.
probably most useful to the team unconscious at the moment.
Alright. I'll use Healing Word on the dock. I think that's better.
Okay. So Azonk snaps back to consciousness. You are being gently caressed by a vampire. He's not biting you. He's just kind of like holding you in place.
Well, my spectral arms are gone.
Oh yeah, because you dropped.
Alright, I'm gonna come over here and medicine check him.
He's out cold, but he's okay.
Can I wake him up with a medicine check?
You can wake me up with magic, but a medicine check will just make me not bleed out.
I say we just leave him unconscious, as he is the angry barbarian who is just swinging at everything he sees.
Roddy calls over one of the vampire spawn, and he's like,
I'm not waking him up, I'm just medicine checking you.
you go get the carriage. The vampire spawn runs off.
So what's for dinner?
Well, you don't have the same taste as my master, so you need not worry that he's going to force you to drink blood. We do have mortal servants at Castle Ravenloft. Like, as you guys are chatting, this guy comes back with a large black carriage. Robbie sort of gestures, please, make yourselves comfortable.
Sure, I'll climb in. Get comfortable.
I guess I'll just drag and run characters. I don't care.
Like, even if you need to, like, one of the vampire spawn walks over and helps, like, lift him and throw him in the back.
I look at the others. We all agree. Never tell him that happened.
Okay.
I gather up all my cats.
Maybe you guys will appreciate it, but my DM notes for tonight literally say at one point, Strahd shows his dick.
Yeah, that's about
I don't know, I was hitting it pretty
Metaphorically.
hard.
So,
It is a metaphor.
It is a metaphor. He doesn't actually whip his dick out. No, it is a metaphor for, like, he shows kind of how strong he is.
I don't know.
So,
I think he was feeling it for me.
how pissed would somebody get if, like, say I got healed, and then immediately I punch one of the vampire spawns?
If you die, that's on you.
Going to heal you.
I'm unconscious, so I would have no feelings towards that, positive or otherwise.
If you die,
why I
that's
was
on
going
you.
for medicine check instead of healing.
Okay.
Alright, we're on the part of death. Where are we going?
We're off to see the wizard.
So the cart begins making its way this way.
How long are we traveling?
Let me.
Is it enough for a short rest?
Yes. The journey
Oh, at
is.
least an hour.
It's closer to 6, actually. It's no, wait, no, it's not that long. It's hold on.
So an hour.
It's about 2 hours by car.
Gotcha. So an hour or so into the journey, because I rolled the rule is if you're unconscious after 1d4 hours, you gain 1 HP back. I rolled and got a 1. So
Right.
after about an hour into the trip, I like grab upwards. I'm probably like unconscious on the floor of the cart, and I grab upwards and I reach up and like touch Layla's foot and go. I look up. Did we lose that one?
Yeah, we lost that one.
Shit.
I'm guessing I still have that negative HP.
I'll
Help me.
this cat.
Yes.
I guess a win.
Alright, so I guess I'm still gonna be stuck with 23 max HP.
Yes.
Yeah, you have that until a long rest.
Hold on, I've calculated. It's actually closer to like 3 hours by cart to get to Castle Ravenloft from Milwaukee.
We're currently on our way to see Prince of Darkness himself.
I'm
good.
Will this consider being a short rest?
Yes, it's a 3-hour cart ride, so yes.
Alright, so I'm not gonna get my HP back, but I will get my key points back.
Yes, and you can get back HP that isn't perma-drained.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I already used 3, and I'd rather get the 2 back from a long rest.
Screw it.
I've got a couple hours to rest. I will use 3 of my hit dice.
Actually, no, I will just use 1. So. D8 plus 3.
So I heal 15.
You son of a bitch! I guess I heal 5.
Okay, hold
I tried
on.
short rest and apparently it didn't work. I don't know.
Huh. I mean, you get one.
Well, 15 is better than nothing.
Alright, short rest.
Okay, so
That was armor.
sorry, it's taking me a hot minute to find the right map here.
Oh, it's alright.
Yeah, it's not working.
So, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, it didn't work.
The short
You're trying to take a short rest?
Healing, yes.
But short rest just doesn't work for us.
So, what happens when you hit short rest?
I hit short rest. I hit the dice I want to use. Do I have to hit roll dice?
Yeah, you have to hit roll hit die. You have to hit once for each die you want to use. That is not automated.
Okay, I thought that was automated.
Yeah, no, that's not automated. I had to do that manually.
And I'm doing it and won't do it. Not rolling the die now.
Can you roll the dice manually? Your hit die is a D8, right?
Yeah.
It says that she's rolled it already.
Does it on there?
It says that she's rolled 4 of them. 4, 4, 5, and 8.
Is it your mine on there?
No.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got 4 hit dice rolls. So you got back 16, 21 plus your constitution times 4. So, yeah, you get 21 hit points back.
That was more hit dice than I wanted to use. Oh, okay.
Well, then, yeah, you would stop anyway when you hit your max. So, yeah. you probably use like 2 hit dice doing that.
Can I borrow some of your hit dice?
No.
That's not how hit dice work.
And even if it was, you know what you did.
Actually,
I didn't do jack.
To start rest abilities back. I'm confident that we can get a long rest. Yeah, we're safe.
How many times did I say in the background while stabbing people that we should just stop fighting? You bunch of murder hobos.
Tell us right now.
You said it too many times, Josh.
I know, you bunch of murder hobos.
Do we look like murder hobos?
Considering you've never stopped conflict and your answer's to punch them, yes.
I don't just punch things, I kick things. Or headbutt things.
Or jump out of windows for no reason.
Hey, that was just entertainment.
So,
The first time I screwed up.
It was really funny. I appreciate the strokes in D&D. They're so fun.
you arrive in front of a massive castle on top of a giant mountain. I believe. Okay, yeah, you arrive at the front, like you go up several gates open, you go up the side of this mountain, across several bridges, and eventually you're brought up to the front of this massive, like many towers standing up against the night sky. Like kind of think almost like the castle from Vampire Hunter D. Like, if you've ever seen that movie.
I was just thinking Castlevania, but you know.
Or, yeah, Castlevania is also very bad.
Yeah, didn't watch any of those.
So, yeah.
It's a big fucking castle. Shortcut.
Yeah, this place is...
Basically what I thought of.
The size of this place is kind of unreal. So if you can see the new map, you guys arrive right here.
Oh,
And Rahadin will lead you. And I'll show you the stuff you end up seeing because... So you're led into a large entrance hall where there, as you walk through the front doors, there are 4 statues of dragons looking down at you as you walk through the room. And they turn their heads to follow you as you walk through.
I wave at them. If my legion of cats follow me.
You're led up through into a much larger chamber, which... so you know they don't have reveal shapes that aren't square? Because that would make this much easier.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Hold on. There's like a polygon reveal function.
Oh, that'd be super useful.
That's what I was using in I think there's a polygon reveal function. Maybe I'm insane. But I think that's what I was using in Tomb.
Right. So, like, as you're moving through this building, you start hearing the sound of like an organ being played somewhere within the castle.
Yeah, Tom, there is on the same thing as the reveal Fog of War button, there's an option that says polygon reveal, and you just basically click points, and it will draw from point to point, and when you complete a shape, it'll reveal that shape.
Oh, hey. What do you know?
Yeah, that's how I was revealing stuff on the map in 2.
Wait. It's done something weird.
What has it done?
It's no biggie. I can just... From here, it's pretty easy. So, like, you move through this big central area there. And it's basically a large entry hall. It's held up by these 4 massive pillars with torches and sconces everywhere, and the torches illuminate the faces of like 8 stone gargoyles perched around the ceiling, staring down at you. A double door stands across from where you enter, but you're led around this way. Until eventually, you go through another door that leads into a large dining hall. At the center of the room, there's a massive table laden with actual food. You're seeing all kinds of an actual feast laid out on the table with wines from the Wizard Wine and other places. And taking up this back wall, almost the entirety of this back wall is a massive, massive pipe organ. And sitting at the organ playing it is Strahd, of course.
Alternate session title: Strahd shows his massive organ.
Yeah. And he basically, as you enter, stops playing, turns around, and he's like, "Oh, welcome. You made it. Finally. Please, take a seat." And he indicates the table. He also gestures, and, from the sides of the room, his wives come out, and they start sitting down. You've met 2 of them. The third one you've only heard described. There's the woman in red who sicked the wolves on you. The woman in the white dress who you met on the hill who had awakened the giant tree. And the third one that you haven't met is the shortest of the 3. And she's wearing a golden dress and a masquerade mask shaped like a skull.
Alrighty then.
Man, it's a full party in here.
Well, I did invite you to dine with me, did I not? Now, you've met some of my wives before. He kind of looks around for a second. He goes, someone seems to be missing. Where's Tatiana?
Good question. I'm not really sure.
Who's talking?
Yeah, we're kind of lost her in the crowd.
Right. You would know her by a different name. Irina, that's what they call her now.
Irina?
Yes.
I thought he was talking about the one we were guarding.
Yes. When he sits there and says, yes, they call her Irina now. Yeah, that's the one you've been guarding. See, thanks for that.
Some big reveal.
He thinks for a moment and goes, yes, well, it's a long story. I suppose I can tell you if you like. And he stands up and he moves over to the table. Now, see, Tatiana was supposed to be my bride many years ago. Lifetimes ago now. He sits at the edge of the table. Yes, we were engaged, but the dark powers of this land took her from me. She fell from the castle walls. But as you probably noticed, Barovia does not let a soul go once it has laid claim to it. She's reborn every couple of years. Once one life ends, she comes back in a different body at a different time. And every time I seek her out,
I don't mean to speak out of turn, But it seems as if she does not want you.
She doesn't remember, that's all.
Ah. And you plan to make her remember somehow?
Eventually, with time, she will remember her true self.
Have you ever been able to make her remember?
A handful of time.
What was he saying?
Wait, what?
What did he say?
He's like a handful of times, but every time it seems we're close to being together. The dark powers of Ravenloft, as I've said, they conspire against me. This time will be different, though. I have plans, ways around it.
You already had 3 wives.
He's sort of like they sit there and take this very stoically, but he gestures kind of dismissively, and he's like, "They're a wonderful diversion. However, Tatiana has always been my one true love."
Seems a bit greedy.
Well, these are my lands.
Like, leave some for the rest of us, right? Frizzle says, very obviously forcing a laugh, as he is still a little bit touchy about being knocked unconscious earlier.
Storm kind of smiles and laughs, and he's like, "Well, there are plenty of women in Barovia. I just get my pick, being the Lord, you see." So, he gestures to the feast. He's like, "Help yourselves. By all means. Nothing here will poison you or hurt you. It's the rule of hospitality, after all." He sort of reaches for a wine glass filled with what is obviously not wine and starts drinking from it.
Very good. I'm going to start eating.
Same.
Okay, yeah, no, it's good food. Like, guy puts on a hell of a party. It's like, I suppose I should come to the reason that I've called you here. I have a favor that I would ask of you. And in return, I might let one of you leave these lands.
Seems kind of suspicious, but
Oh, what's suspicious about it? You provide a service to me, and I can do the same for you.
What's the service?
I've long since come to the understanding that someone within my castle is not acting strictly within my orders, and I would like you to figure out who it is.
Frizzle nearly spits out his friggin' drink. Wait, you're hiring us?
Yes, I believe I said that.
That is not at all how I thought this was going to go. Carry on.
Yes.
What makes you think we're qualified to find this
But you've been tested.
rat?
He looks around and he goes, "You've been tested," and he gestures to his wives. "I know everything you've been up to in these lands. I am ancient. I am the land. I see all that occurs within my borders."
I'm sorry, could I have a quick retread? I was briefly diverted by something else.
Strong's trying to hire.
To find a rat.
See, now, I feel like you just proposed two contradictory statements. If you are the land and you see all, why do you need us to find somebody not following your orders?
Ah, you're clever.
What are you looking for?
You're clever.
Would you not just see the man?
It doesn't work quite like that. I see things as they happen. I must be aware of them to begin with. I know who you are. I can look at what you do with ease.
You know, people call me crazy, but yet here you are, looking crazy killer person.
Would you be interested in buying an Irina doll?
So what side want us to do?
Did you just pull out that doll?
Yep, I'm gonna pull out one of the porcelain Irina dolls and be like, I got a couple.
He looks at the likenesses are uncanny. And he actually will, like, gesture to the wall next to the giant organ. There is a portrait. Which, let me... He gestures to the wall, and there's the portrait of this woman sitting there.
I go, well, yes, Blinsky's a very good maker of toys.
Is he now? I suppose I will have to give him my custom. Though, can't compare to the real thing, now can it? I'm surprised she didn't come with you. Yeah,
Sorry, at this point.
Again, we kind of lost her with that whole fiasco at the church.
I see. Well, I did need you out of the way so I could finish my perfect work. As I said, I will reward you if you serve me well. One of you will be allowed to leave Barovia. They will remain.
Well, do you have any information? I mean, we could wander around these lands all day.
I have other things to attend to. I do believe a servant of mine has just come into some property, so to speak. I should help her with that. I give you free run of my castle.
Thanks.
Yes, interview the servants, see what you can find out.
You don't have any information on supposed motive that you have? You might even like a starting off point.
Now here's the thing, my dear. I'm hiring you to do it so I don't have to.
This doesn't seem like the kind of job offer we're likely to walk away from.
I mean, you're certainly more than welcome to walk away, as you said.
I feel that worked out very poorly for us in the past.
Well, then I will let you get to it. As soon as you're ready, you may explore the castle as you wish.
We're quite tired from the day's exertion, having, overthrown a legitimate government and everything. Any chance we can find some lodging here before we begin our investigation?
Of course. You are more than welcome to stay.
Ah, excellent. I don't know why they say the things they say about you. You seem quite a generous lord.
I am until one goes against my wishes, yes.
You're just as nice as my old boss.
Now, I don't know your old boss, so I can't tell if that's a compliment or not. I choose to take it as well.
Let's assume that it is.
You just see my character like rub her eyes like, oh my god.
Well, I leave you to it. And he kind of sits back in his chair and begins to fade from view until he's suddenly just completely gone.
Sure.
So let me figure out where the hell the actual bedrooms in this castle are real quick.
Look what I found.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great.
So my kitty.
The castle of Ravenloft has like 15 friggin' maps.
It really does.
This place is big.
I feel like half the module is Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
All of the original module is Castle Ravenloft, basically.
Okay, so Rahadin will come up and it'll be like, my master says to lead you to a place to stay. Unfortunately, we do not have many rooms, so to speak. However, I can offer you lodging within the chapel.
Sure. Vampire's Chapel. Right.
Alright, and he will lead you down a long hallway. It's kind of choked with dust, spider webs everywhere. And there are life-size statues of knights that are standing to either side. And as you walk through, it looks like eyes within the helmets follow you.
They look at my cats too.
They look at everything.
Did we bring the cats with us?
Yeah, they've been with me the entire time. They were crying around me at the dinner table. These cats are a permanent thing now. I'm always gonna have these cats.
As we're being led upstairs, I'm actually going to look at Layla. Being led where we're going. Sorry. As we're being led to this, I'm going to look at Layla and kind of under my breath, realizing that Layla tried to talk me out of what turned out to be a very bad idea. Go, hey, just a request.
Yeah.
If at any point it looks like they're going to make us something that we're not supposed to be, can you make real certain that I'm dead before that happens? Because I really don't want to be a vampire.
I can't make any promises that I absolutely will be able to stop it. But I promise I'll try my best.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so you are led into this large chapel area. At the top of the room, there is an altar that has a statue on it, and slumped against the altar, there is actually like the corpse of a man.
Homie.
Charming.
Dust is everywhere. A lot of the pews have been kind of broken, but they're still sturdy enough that it looks like you could probably sleep on them need be. And then overhead, about here-ish, is a large balcony that looks out over the chapel.
Okay, the guy who led us here, I'm gonna turn to him. I'm like, is this got a bed anywhere?
Unfortunately, they are being used for most of our living servants. They're only a handful, and so only a handful of beds have been needed.
Understandable.
I suppose we could provide you similar accommodations to what the Lord and his kind use.
If you're talking about confidence, no thanks.
I'll take
I
one.
figured you would be more comfortable with the benches.
I look at my brother. You sat too long in that cult. You really did.
It's not so terrible being something like that.
Hey, coffins
Would
are
I,
usually padded.
Would I be permitted to go into town and, get a bed?
No, you must stay here until the job is done.
Really fat pillows?
That can be arranged. Rahadin will shuffle off and go to find you bedding, leaving you here with... Yeah, there's definitely a corpse in this room.
Unless I walk up to the corpse.
Okay, it's slumped across the altar with its arm reaching out towards a statue of like a man kneeling with his hands out. The
How
man
close
is,
is it?
he has been here for a bit, but he does have he's got a very nice fur-lined black cloak, a suit of chainmail, and he's got like a mace shoved through a ring on his belt. He looks like some kind of adventurer that just died here.
A ring on his belt?
A mace in a ring on his belt.
So, buddy. Lovely time. What you looking at? And I go to poke the statue he was searching towards.
Okay.
Right here.
So you poke it with the rapier. Nothing really happens to it. It glows slightly, but nothing really happens.
Investigation. No idea.
An investigation.
Can I roll for? Who should I roll as?
Oh, Lux.
Yeah. That's so easy to get mixed up.
Well, you rolled a 10, so yeah, you're running two characters. What's your investigation?
14.
Yeah.
No, wait.
So yeah, 14.
14.
Okay. 14. This just looks like it was some kind of holy symbol. It does kind of feel like it's still projecting an aura, kind of.
Bone. Is he like fleshy still, or does he have like bone?
He's still kind of fleshy, yeah.
It was described as kind of recent.
Yeah.
Smelly?
He smells kind of bad, yeah.
Is there a window or something?
There is not, unfortunately. Though, if you look at like his stuff, his mace looks kind of nice. It is very distinctive. It's got like the mace has like skulls at the top of it that are forming the head.
I'll take
Maybe
it.
that's not hard, heavy metal base.
Okay,
It is. It's. I'll pick it up. It's not that heavy. I mean, metal mace is sort of a...
I was making a joke because the skull's heavy metal.
Okay, yeah, you
No, I got that. I'm just... Trisbel has an intelligence of 8.
you pick up the mace. It's very, very nice. Like black metal with the skulls, and the eyes of the skulls actually like glow with an orange light.
Oh, this is a thing.
Eventually, Rahadin comes back with the blankets and stuff.
I'll lay this like dead guy down into like a position where it's not so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean you can just stuff his ass behind the altar, I guess.
Does the corpse need to be kept in here?
Rahadin like looks up and he's like, yes, if you would give me that, I can remove it and make sure it's properly disposed of.
Sure, I'll give it to him. Like, so, what's his name?
You got any money?
You imagine his cloak would probably sell for a decent amount. It's very nice.
I'll keep that cloak. It's probably nice and mine.
No, yes, help yourselves. We don't know who he is. He apparently broke in here and he attempted to touch the consecrated statue on the altar, and it did not end well for him.
So, that's in a no touchy?
No, I would imagine not. It gives some kind of protection to this room.
Okay. It's Black Knight, BLACK.
Okay.
He'll grab the corpse and drag it out. And if you guys want, you get a long rest.
Oh, I very much want.
I take all the weird stools here and I make a barricade around this weird ass altar thing, and then I set up a bed and I go to bed surrounded by cats. Skeleton cats.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, he'll bring you one if you really want to sleep him long.
Sure.
And before I go to bed, I pull out a thing of ink I have, a little ink brush, and I name each of the cats, and I write each of their names on one of their bones.
Nice.
No, there's no space. It's all one word.
Were you always like this? Or is this new since you came to Barovia?
Like what?
Gestures to the fact that you're writing names on skeleton cats.
Well, it was easy for him for a long time after our mother died, and then he decided to pull a disappearing act on my ass. And my aunt showed up, and she was like, "Yo, you're coming with me for a while." I'm like, I don't know about that. And then she dragged my ass along anyway. And her house had a lot of things that like to bite, chase, touch the poking. And like it was a mess in one room full of weird stuff that might bite you, like furniture that seems like gar gar gar. And then there's like these really, really huge libraries that were very neat, very clean. A lot of weird shit in there too. A lot of weird dead shit.
So
Then it blew up one day, and I found him again, and then I'm here.
I would like to read your memoir. Because it sounds like you have had a very interesting life. And I'm glad that at some point I will be a supporting character in one chapter of what I expect will be the greatest book written in history.
Yeah, that was why I have to write it. I'm so goddamn late for that.
I will grab it. I will grab her hand and go. You should write it. Your contribution to the world of art and history would be immeasurable. I can only imagine how many copies a book with that story would sell. You'd probably never have to work for any vampires again.
You feel like you had a choice. Wait, but no, we'd probably be dead.
I feel like we've had a lot of choices up to this point, and the fact that we're here indicates that some of those choices were maybe not the correct ones. But perhaps we'll make better choices in the future.
Okay. So, morning eventually comes, as morning as it gets in Barovia. Nothing's really bothered you in here. Strawn's been good to his word, you've been generally left alone.
I'm assuming at least one of us gets woken up in the morning by a skeletal cat jumping onto our chest.
Oh, yeah. Like, probably half of you do so, yeah.
Which skeleton cat am I looking at as I wake up? What's the name on it? It, of course. I'm gonna look over groggily at Layla as I get woken up by a skeleton cat. Did it ever occur to you that naming your cats after pronouns could lead to very, very confusing conversations?
So I poke my head out from under a blanket and like, no, not really.
Raheem will get you guys breakfast lunch. He's being pretty okay as a host, all things considered.
So we get a long rest, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, considering I stabbed the man pretty solidly, I'm surprised he's as hospitable as he is.
He does walk over. He's like, well, I suppose you should be started on your task.
I suppose we should.
How many servants are there in this castle?
We have quite a few.
Is there any chance you can just assemble them all?
I suppose I could do so, yes.
Wouldn't that just tip off the person?
It would alert them to something being wrong, yes.
Probably not the best idea to do. Say, yo, all you come over here so I can kill you.
I never said we were killing them.
I think maybe subtlety. I think maybe subtlety is more the order of the day here. Let everyone continue about their own business, and we'll walk about as guests. And perhaps we'll find something enlightening.
And even if we did some of them all here, we have no idea what we're looking for. Like,
I suppose you could go speak with Leaf.
What are you talking about? Leaf is right there.
Leaf Lipstitch. He's the accountant for the castle. He'd be upstairs. He knows a lot of things.
Well, I guess that's as good a place as any to start.
Yep.
He wants you to find somebody who is not working in his best interest. Basically, somebody taking orders from someone that's not him. And he's not having it. He wants you to figure out who.
So, who amongst us wants to be the good cop, and who wants to be the bad cop?
I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna wait until Strahd's lieutenant here is not watching us.
He does indicate this large staircase. He's like, follow that up, you'll find Strahd's throne room, his audience chamber. A door to the left will bring you to beef.
Thank you.
I should probably put some kind of token for you guys out here. I guess unless combat happens, I'm going to do the party token.
Okay.
Okay.
So once we're no longer being watched, I'm going to start. Before we begin this investigation, I feel there's some questions that we need to discuss. The first and most important of which being, are we actually doing this?
I mean, what do we have to lose? If nothing else, finding the person who is not Here's the way that this could work out. We could take the person who is not working in his best interest and use him for our benefit, and throw somebody.
I guess that's really more.
And throw
of my
somebody
question.
random under the bus.
What are we doing? Who are we really? I mean, are we planning to do as Strahd says? If we're doing that, who among us is the one that gets the reward? Who are we releasing back to our own realm?
I don't think it's a real reward.
And
Like,
what will become of the rest of us?
I think the reward is actually designed to cause conflict within the group.
Well, the thing about the reward is that you don't have to take it. It's offered, but you don't have to, I would imagine.
I think the idea of that reward is cause conflict within the group, so we end up fighting each other for it.
So let's head that off. Who's going back?
Again, I don't think it's necessarily that somebody has to go back. Maybe we can negotiate it for a different.
Let me be clear. I want to go back. Barovia is not a place to spend a life. But I don't know that I'd want to go back by myself and leave you all here.
And that's the thing. Only one person would get to go back. So
I never even considered the reward. I won't leave without my brother.
I strongly suspected that to be the case. So who then? Azonk, you?
I don't have any family back at home. According to that letter.
I suppose Jericho could probably take it.
Yeah, he'd probably want to get back to his noble lifestyle.
we could always send the chef.
Also possible. Yes, about that.
Hey, I have an idea. He said that one of us gets sent back, but he didn't say what one of us in. And if we're considering the whole group, there's numbers he might not consider as a part of our group that we do. What if we sent her back?
Who is her?
Arena? Who, Arena?
Arena's
Yeah.
from here. There is no
Firstly,
sending
yes,
back.
Arena is native, and secondly, I doubt even given his word that he'd be willing to acquiesce to that request.
Yeah, but it's an interesting thought. What if there was a way to send her out?
I think they would have done it already.
So then the other question I have is, if we find this person, if we find this mole or counter agent, what are we doing? Are we just servants of the Lord Strahd now? Is that what we're doing? Because Lord knows I've worked for worse, but
I never worked for anyone for money.
oh, me either.
My old boss and the tricks of dealing with pirates, and it's Last possible moment betrayal after the original best in my experience, which is limited, but yeah. And also, safety confidence. So we'll find this person and pretend to get it, and find out who they're working for, and then maybe we got another area.
I'll assume you're up on the landing just because.
And again, look at the fellow that's turned over with Sean. He's real scary, and I think he hear us.
I think it's just a good idea to have some idea of what the hell we're doing here.
Well, we don't really know what the hell we're doing. We're told to find this guy we know nothing about. We have no information on us. Like, we're basically finding a guy because he said, hey, someone's hitting on me. Someone's pedal-pedaling on me. And that's following my orders. Find them. And he's going to give them any leads. Just that they're in this castle.
I can see how someone might confuse us to be skilled detectives.
I'm not a detective. I'm the person the detective is after.
Same. I was being sarcastic, Lila. None of us are particularly the investigative type, so I'm curious as to why someone would have chosen us for this task, but I suppose we'll find out. Let's find this person, then.
I think we find this person and then figure things out from there until we... No matter what we decide now, it will probably change once we find out what that person's situation is.
A fair point.
So, yeah, you guys haven't left here. Are you going to continue up, then?
Was the token on the map?
Yeah, I put you guys up.
Oh, okay, I see it. I see it now. Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's nothing else. Up, and away.
That being the case, you guys...
We could.
Exit out here into what is apparently a very large throne room.
You know, give it another day, I could cast Zone of Truth, and then we could just have people stand in it until we get someone to give us the right answer.
That is an excellent plan if what we intend to do is exactly what Strahd wants in front of him in an obvious way that gives us no leeway to act.
Fair.
Which, to be fair, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I'm just saying if we're potentially considering pursuing other agendas, we may want to take advantage of the freedom that we've been given to do so.
Want to look around the castle for loot?
I want to look around this castle for a lot of reasons.
I'd just like to point out, he said he gave us free range of his castle. Not free range to loot his castle.
Well, hey, I'm already up one mace.
But something else we can keep an eye out for is those bones.
Also true.
Yeah, so you're in this big room. There are doors leading off. Which way would you like to go?
He said to the left.
It would be your left coming out of the stairs, so it would technically be the right on the map.
Alright, so I want to go that way.
Sure. Which door?
One closest to the stairs.
Okay.
They look fancy.
It is a large double door, so fancy indeed. It opens into... Hold on, I accidentally uncovered a second chunk of a different hallway. It opens into a short hall that has more double doors right in front of you, and then a statue down at the end over there. A human skeleton clad in rusted armor and livery of the castle guard is what's over here.
Art, Lily, you want to adopt him too?
Well, what? What was it? I'm sorry.
I'm looking over at the skeleton guard. Do you want to adopt him too? Or is it just cats?
Cats are amazing.
Skeleton lives matter, I guess.
I once saw a cat sit in one place for a while, and then his dog came by that he always used to boil it, and chase it around. And that cat, no shit, leapt on my back, ran up my head, leaped off my head, onto that dog's back, and rolled that dog like a cowboy in a bull. Most spectacular thing I've ever seen. Then the cat got off. The dog's like, what the fuck, what the fuck? And the cat just looked at the dog and was like, that's right, shit, and walked away.
I'm gonna
To
squint.
clarify, was that Alexa talking or Layla?
That's actually a real life story that actually happened to me.
Oh, God almighty.
What kind of drugs have you been doing?
I was playing the PlayStation 2, and my cat was like, we had this dog named Riley, and my cat, Sandy, was sitting on the back of the couch. And I was like leaning forward like you do when you're playing video games, and suddenly I felt claws going up my back and off my head.
Lord. All right, well. I look at Layla again with this look of, like, stunned silence, like, okay, I understand.
The cat that flips rodeo rode our dog.
Okay, so did you want to continue through here?
I guess.
Alright.
Unless the skeletons can talk.
I don't know, you got this one?
So we got Secret Dead.
I'm not gonna go near them, but I'm gonna go, hey, is this the right way to the accountant?
You get no answer.
I don't know why I expected a skeleton to answer.
There continue to be skeletons.
You don't have Secret Dead.
I have Speak with Dead. I make them dead. And then I talk to the corpse.
I really wish I could speak with that. Look down.
If you had gone up to this one, though, you would notice behind it there is sort of like a secret door, though.
Secret door.
Yeah. And then if you look down this, there's a long hallway that leads to two more double doors.
This man really likes his hallways.
It's a big castle. Yes.
I guess we're making our way towards the next set of double doors.
Making our way downtown.
Eventually we'll get to this man.
Okay. One sec.
We're not already starting the end fight with Strahd, are we?
No, I mean, you could, but it would go terribly. You haven't gathered any of the items.
That's fine. We can do.
Oh, yeah.
Is that supposed to be the encounter chart or something? Or encounter rolls?
Maybe.
You just now decided to ask. It's been 4 rolls in, and you just now decided to ask. You have the actual intelligence of God is all.
I just assume that if we're gonna get encounter, we're gonna get encounter. Like what is there to be done?
So
We're still gonna get attacked by random shit.
You start walking down the.
Yeah, what part of Castlevania was not clear here? Like,
You start
just
walking
because
down.
we're welcome here doesn't mean that it's not a scary vampire death castle. Like,
But we're guys, they work for him. Should they know better?
They don't.
they don't.
I don't think they really
And-
care.
Arguably, we wouldn't want them to.
So you start making your way down this hallway. About right towards the beginning, you hear like a voice calling out. You hear Grizzle Guts, Grizzle Guts. A pox on you, you mangy cat. Where are you?
Cat?
I hear the word cat, and immediately my eyes go to Layla, like, oh shit.
And suddenly looking for this aggressive cat.
Like coming down.
Careful.
Coming down the hall is a super, super ugly old lady. Like she's wearing like very obvious witch attire, like pointed hat with like a skull on the front of it, green skin, warty face. She's like looking at the ground, searching for this cat. And honestly, at this point, you should probably put your tokens on here just in case things happen.
What could happen? Just
this is tiny.
Well, look, we already have one crazy old cat lady. We don't need another.
Not at all. And honestly, having 6 cats doesn't make me a crazy cat lady.
Yes, it does.
when they're skeleton cats, yes, it does.
There's 6 of them, and they're skeleton cats.
6 is
No. That makes them even cleaner. It makes it so I don't even have a smell to me.
6 is
Crazy
really
cat
about
lady.
twice the number of acceptable cats.
But
And
again, 2 will make 1.
I didn't mean to click on that, but I guess that's the thing that's going on.
Who's getting...
If you put 3 of them on a scale and you can weigh the thing as like 1 cat.
It doesn't matter. They're still cats. They're still undead. You're crazy.
So, like, she makes her way down the hall, gets close to you guys, suddenly looks up as if she's only just noticing you. And points at...
I swear she touches
Gonzunk.
Lux, actually, because he's closest to her. Points at Lux, and she's like, you.
Or him. If you touch him, you're dead too.
Yes!
What is it?
Laugh! Roll a DC 12 save.
What kind?
It would be wisdom.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I forgot that was something I had to do. Which one?
You know, this is
Wisdom?
I like it, Julie. Yeah.
Yes, it's a wisdom save. You make it. You feel like, for some reason, her yelling at you to laugh was really funny for a sec, but then you shake it off and you're like, wait a minute.
Now hold on, I will still awkwardly laugh.
We're gonna be in combat, aren't we?
Yes.
God damn it.
The moment she attacked him, I would have attacked her.
she doesn't attack any. She casts a spell.
I would have cast it on her.
So I'm gonna be real with you guys. This lady is not that tough. The bunch of you can curb stomp her, so rather than like take up 20 minutes of just the severe beating of this random ass witch. I'm just gonna let that one go. Like she walks up, she tries to cast a spell on Lux, realizes she failed, and then tries to get violent, but she's not tough at all.
I feel like she walks, like, I feel like one crazy cat lady walks up to us, tried cursing my brother, and then the other crazy cat lady, who is unofficially me, walks up and, like, bitch slaps her and tells her to go on her way.
It's the equivalent of if you've ever sat on, like, a bus in a crowded city, and then the crazy homeless lady comes up and starts getting really weird in your face. That's exactly what just happened. And once you reach about halfway down this hallway, a weird